So we're going to walk through digital marketing and church ministries today. So how to revive your online presence. So whether you're in a school or a church, I saw some smiley faces and some thumbs up. So it looks like you guys are coming from both areas right now. And if you're just in a faith-based media marketing place, that's also, we're so excited to see you and just hear from you as well. So we're going to go through the first area here. So this is what we're going to be talking about today. So we're going to be talking about knowing your audience, creating a social media strategy to save time, because we all know that sometimes to make social media strategies and we can feel a little tired and exhausted. So we're going to help you guys walk through that today, and then how to make better use of trending content and how to make a kingdom impact. So we're going to start today with knowing your audience. So we are going to go through who is following you. So with that, you want to be looking at your audience. So you want to know that are following you and how to understand your community. So if you look at your, want to know if or just people needing to maybe be reached by something. So with it being a faith-based organization, we want to reach Jesus, and we want to share Jesus through our company. So we want to know the things like what is keeping them up in the morning, how can we care for them, and what are the things that they need. So as you go through, you want to, like, if you guys want to take notes, this is a really good time to take notes, because after, I want you guys to go through your social media and look at who your audience is and figure out what they need from you and what they may be seeking from you as a content creator. So we're going to go to the next one here. So we want you guys and us to switch from self-promotion to service. So what does that look like? Self-promotion is more of the side of you're promoting yourself, your business, or and we want you to share of it. So if you think of someone who is serving maybe in a ministry aspect in your church, you want to share how you can do that online. So service is helping that you care for them and you know how to help them. So how can you provide for them? We want to be real and we want to be authentic with what we're putting out there. So in a way you can do that is creating a question poll for your audience. So you can ask them what they need, what they want, or what they expect or hope to get from your account. So you can put up a poll on your story. If you don't know how to do that, we also have time later maybe to show you guys how to do that. If you want to do an Instagram audit, we'll share that a little bit later. But we can create a poll. So you can ask them, what do they want to see from you? And you can give them the little question box, or you can give them a poll of, are you like doing like little examples, like, are you seeking more care or more service, or what are the things that you're hoping for as a follower to see from this account? And then creating a social media strategy. So creating a social media strategy will flow from all of the other things that we have talked about. So with creating a social what is working for you, implement. So you can ask them again what they need from you. So creating a social media strategy to save time this is the key thing that we want to help you guys with today is creating a strategy that works for you and works for your school or your business or your church. We want to go through why that's important. So the reason we want to create this is to not only just save time, but we want to be able to help you reach more people on social media so that you can provide opportunities to connect with your people. And we want to help you to have growth within your social media accounts. And we want to help to work through the like tension over like quality versus quantity. So you guys know if you're in like a supermarket and or let's say you're in a shopping mall and you see like a really high-end store versus like let's say Walmart and you know that that like high-end clothing store is more expensive, but you know that Walmart is cheaper, but you want that one piece of clothing to last you a long time and you want it to be a shirt that you can wear long time, like over and over again, that's not going to wear and tear. So this we can apply to social media where we want to create the quality content just to be posting and just to be sharing something. It's not going to necessarily reach anybody. So we want to provide quality for our followers, and that's going to be knowing what our audience needs, how we can care for them, and how we can have service over self-promotion. So we want to serve the people that we are that we have following us. So um, we want to understand how our audience feels. Uh, as we do that, we go through creating a social media content calendar. So if you're a school, you're going to share maybe um, something along the lines of families need to know what are the next events use or stuff like that, or families love to see what happened in a day-to-day life with their kids, so they would love to see recaps of like sports events, or like if you have a theme day, it's always good to do that. So with creating a social media strategy, you're going to pick the days, and you can start with just 1 or 2 days if it's something that is maybe overwhelming looking at this and you're like, oh my goodness, there's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, like there's a whole week that I have to plan for things. You don't have to plan every single day, but if you plan maybe like a Monday and a Friday to start, then you have a good gap of um, knowing that those are the days that work for you. Share something able that are following you. So just start with like 1 to 2 posts in a day. And you can plan this with your team. You can plan this with anybody who, like the teachers, or if you're in church, you can plan with your employees. Get some ideas from one another of how you can have different content types. So a good way to break it down is you'll see over on the left side, it says like assignee. So that will be the person that you want to create the post, or the person assigned to it in that day. You want to put in a title. So you want to share if like if it's a sporting event, you want to put like we had a basketball tournament. You want to share that so it's clear and concise for the person you're assigning it to, or so you know when you go in a month's advance all of the things that you have on your calendar. So then you would put in next details, category, strategy. So you want to talk to your team and say, what is our strategy this month? What are the things that we are feeling that the people need to hear from us? And what are our goals? So you're going to write in your strategy there, content type. So you're going to put in what you want to see, whether it's like happy content, fun content, or like service content. And then you're going to work with your team to work on a caption. So you can use like Chat GBT if you're not a caption person, because I know for me, I'm not necessarily the caption person, so I have Mary that helps me a lot of the time here, and she helps me with a lot of the captions. So having someone that is maybe better at graphics and someone that's better with captions is always good to have on the team. So using the content calendar will help you in the long run to save time on just spending on content. So this will help you to know and plan where you can spend maybe like 10 to 15 minutes just on a graphic with having your plan ahead of time. So I have questions for you right now. Does social media make you feel overwhelmed? So if you feel overwhelmed with social media right now, give me a thumbs up emoji or a little sad face. I want to see through the chat. Let's see what you guys have here. Um, I see a thumbs up. So we have one person makes you feel overwhelmed. Anybody else feel overwhelmed with social media, or do you guys feel like you're pretty okay with that right now? If you are good with social media, show me your smiley faces because we want to see that you guys are doing good with social media. Um, let's see. Um, anyone here with smiley faces? I don't see anyone, but I will assume that you guys are feeling okay with social media.
I
Oh,
think
there you go.
Whitney
There's a smiley
Whitney is
face.
saying she had a smiley face on.
Yes, I just saw that. That's awesome. Okay. So for the people that are feeling overwhelmed, this is a great webinar for you because we want to change that. And if you're feeling good, that's good too, because you can always learn something. So let's go. Oh, doesn't look like there wants to go to a next slide here. Um, that's weird. Okay, that's okay. So we're gonna just talk about number 3. Oh, there we go. Now it's working for me. There we go. So number 3, how to better use trending content and to make a kingdom impact. So with this is going to go alongside your content calendar. So if you are creating a reel for your team and creating, like a basketball tournament, I'm just going to keep using that example because it's a great one. You want to talk to your team about the vision behind what you are sharing. So if your school or your ministry has vision and values, you want to use that in all of the things that you do. So every piece of content you share, you want to make sure that you are using that to make that kingdom impact. So in trending content, you always hear the audios that are constantly going through on social media. You open it and I use this example with talking with our team yesterday. You hear that Beyonce song all the time everywhere. And if you are a Christian or faith-based company, people are going to look at that and almost be turned off if you're using that Beyonce song right now, because you have to think about, is that making a kingdom impact or is that conforming to the patterns of this world? And the more that you look at the content you're using and how everything lines up with your visions and values, the more you're going to stand out from all of these other companies and people sharing reels. So you want to use the best content that is going to hit those value marks. So you want to create authenticity. Again, we're going back to that self-promotion and to service. So we don't want to have self-promotion. It's not like a bad thing to have self-promotion because you can promote your company in a way that is aligned with your values. But if you're just promoting it to get more likes, more followers, you're not doing it with a kingdom impact. So you want to do it to serve other people. So we want to reinforce the idea that your followers are belonging to the body of Christ and belong at your organization and church. So that goes back to the vision and values. So you can do this by having scriptures, quotes, and even examples that can always reinforce this. So I think we have a few options that we can share a little bit later with you guys of what that looks like. So we want you guys to also be using your voice. So with the vision and values, you all have your own unique voice and distinctive expression. So we want you guys to figure out, if you don't know what your voice is, that's okay. But that's where the service portion comes in. So sit down with your team and share that unique voice, figure out what that is. And so once you figure that out, it's going to help you to make the goal of the kingdom impact. So use that voice that you have. If you are, uh, a school here in Canada, you want to use the voice of what it looks like to be a faith-based school instead of a public school, and sharing with how does that work in the ways of families, like how can you reach families apart from public schools? What is the difference between serving as a teacher in a Christian school versus a public school? And why do families need to be a part of Christian schools instead of the normal public schools right now? So you want to share that voice with other people. All right, and so here are some of the examples that we have that you guys can use. So we have some fun ones that you can just view here. So in sharing with your people, you want to also share um, different things. So you want to have some fun reels. You want to have like you want to have some reachable content that is going to maybe help your family. So if there's like a photo day, you want to share with that, or if it's important news, you want to share with your families about that. But even just, I love this one here where it says KCS Lions. This one is great because it's a little meme on top. So I'll share that with you guys. See, so that's a lot of fun. You're gonna look at that reel and you'll be like, I love that. I like the music. I think this is fun. And this really shows that the kids are amped to go back to school. So it's good to have that balance between something fun, something that is going to serve your people, and something that is just going to show your unique voice, right? So then, oops, sorry, go here. We're all playing now. All right, so let me pause this one. So this one over here with Faith West Academy is one of our clients that we use, and this is a fun one as well to use an emoji. So it's just showcasing some of the students. And that's always fun to have, right? So we want to make sure that we're having fun as well as we are servicing people. So we want to make sure that the content that you're putting out is something that you're enjoying so that the other people will enjoy. All right, so we're gonna go into the last one here. So with this, we want to provide a solution for you. So this is a little example of what the world needs is you, right? So we're showing something that you can post for your church, something that is going to help your people feel that they have been heard. So knowing your audience and looking at what they need, if it's maybe like a single mom that really just needs to know that they're okay, that what they're doing as a mom um, is great, and it's growing the kingdom. Um, or someone maybe who struggles with like fear, anxiety, depression, putting out a post there that is going to um, brighten their day or give them a solution of how to forgive, how to overcome doubt, how to deal with sadness. Or if you are a church, even if you're a faith-based school, you can share with them what it looks like to pray, to read the Bible, give them examples of solutions to their problems, because we are here to give them service and we are here to provide a solution for them. So we want to create content that's going to give them a solution. And then here's my humor section of this. I always love to share some humor on here. So we want to provide humor, just like those examples that we saw. We want to create a fun, loving environment. We want to share some funny jokes, memes, not always share them, but we want to provide a space that can be a fun, loving environment for people. So you can do that by examples that we showed you earlier with having some of the kids being showcased and having a smile and then a funny face, things like that is always good to do. And then you want to provide them with an invitation. So, what does the invitation look like? Is it seeing you at church tomorrow or an invitation into your school? And what does that look like for your school versus like having a faith at school and having a public school? So, you want to provide them with an invitation of why they should be coming to you, why they should be looking at your services, and why it's a good idea for them. So you want to give them that invitation. Um, all right. And then you can have really like you can Google quick, fun, easy post ideas as well. That's going to help you if you're feeling a little overwhelmed with things to do. If you're maybe you don't have a team, maybe it's just you and you're like, I'm not a creative person with graphics or with ideas. So you can Google that and they will that will help you there. So you can also do the fun events that you've had. This is a good thing to screenshot if you're struggling with some of those or write them down in your notes. You can do fun events that you've had, recaps if there's a theme day, your basketball, your sporting events. If you had a really cool church event, something inspirational. So if you're a church, you could do a sermon recap. Or something small that someone shared on Sunday. You can do a powerful testimony that someone may have, or if you are in a school, you can share different teachers and highlight them and let your audience know why the teachers are here and why they are so passionate about serving the children that are there. And you can also do anything like a word from your founder or pastor. This also includes a sermon clip, but you can also just do anything like coffee with the principal or coffee with the pastor, just to get to know them a little bit more and share um, your pastor or founder's heart of the ministry that you are providing for them. And then that wraps up everything that